The world of AI is about to change. Not only agents are able to use tools and act completely autonomously, but actually Google is pushing to a new direction, and it's going to take the world by storm. Let me explain. In the past few days, we have seen some big updates from OpenAI and also Microsoft. So what they have done is they have released agents that can act and solve code autonomously and asynchronously, meaning you tell them you want them to solve and they start running on the background. And you could put hundreds of requests to this kind of agents and they're going to solve them while you do something else. And this is pretty similar to what Microsoft done with GitHub, where you can put like this agent to solve a pull request on its own from start to finish. Right now, this may not have a huge difference and may not be very impactful, but if you can add MCPs in and understand that agents are becoming more and more capable through tool use and through just sheer understanding of what they have to do, more diverse training data, and specifically reasoning and planning, then you can understand that in 6 months from now, these tools will be completely autonomous junior developers that could be easily integrated inside the current companies. Pretty much anyone uses GitHub, so these agents could easily get embedded in there and they're done. But what I want to talk about today is one pillar that is missing right now from AI, and this is a comprehensive understanding and also speed of generation. And Gemini from Google just came out with a new state-of-the-art experimental model for text diffusion. I have covered text diffusion models in the past 3 to 4 months. I'm literally one of the first people talking about them and telling you that this is the future. Transformers essentially right now use multi-layer perceptrons. Transformers right now, what they do is they use a noising technique and a standard neural network architecture. Diffusion, on the other hand, puts this process to the next level. This Gemini diffusion probably still uses attention, which is usually very helpful across any type of model. But they use a new denoising technique that is not similar to what current models do. The power of this is that it is completely faster, it's also very smart, and it hallucinates probably less. As they say, it offers greater control, creativity, and speed in text generation. And this is a super new model. There is not a lot of research done on diffusion text models. This is literally like Transformers back in 2020. But right now we have so many more data. So, if you don't know, diffusion is actually used to generate images and videos. This architecture is the state of the art in these realms. So, by default, we know that if we can turn text and make it work well with diffusion, then we just need one LLM to rule any data type. This is absolutely amazing. So, the way this works differently from the current models is that current models read one word, extract one. So what current models do is that they extract one word at a time. I think DeepSeek goes 2 words at a time, but again, it doesn't make sense. What though have shown is that you can generate multiple words at the same time and still have amazing results. And also you are a lot faster at inference. So what diffusion does is that it outputs all of the output together. It doesn't go word by word. It outputs all of the tokens together. And for example, it takes out a paragraph, let's say 1,000 tokens. It refines them again and again till it comes up with the final answer. While the LLM goes through its output step by step, and then it will have to do an iteration again to just rethink what it said. So it would put so many more tokens out, while the diffusion is just going to iterate naturally into it. So you just have to build a very smart diffusion model once, and you don't need special techniques to do just that. And we already have seen the previous models released by other companies and research teams to be super fast, not very smart though. They're smart enough for their length and their speed, but they're not the smartest ones out there because nobody has scaled this up. And for the first time, Gemini is pushing to that direction. And guys, it's so fast that you nearly get all of the answer in a single second. Yes, a single second. So the capabilities of it is rapid response. Guys, it's the fastest model that they ever had. It has more coherent text because it generates blocks at once. And this is what LeCun in some ways have been talking about. You have to move from a single token to loads of tokens, to paragraphs, to concepts. And I think Diffusion naturally does that because it generates all of the text at once. And also, iterative refinement is so simple with it. You just repass the output to the model again and again. So essentially you can think the model as taking noise and turning it into a response. So it does that multiple times. So it's very easy for this refinement to happen and it's very natural compared to what LLMs do, that they stop and think using their previous output. So it's a lot more efficient as a process. And again, this is very early research. In 3-4 years from now, these models could be so much faster, so much better, that it's going to be insane. So here we can see the Gemini Diffusion model compared to Gemini 2.0 Flash Lite. Now, very important, Gemini 2.0 Flash Lite is not a state-of-the-art model. It's not very smart, it's quite silly. So you have to understand that this benchmark right now compares small models and very fast models because the scale is just at this point. And what we see over here is that Gemini Diffusion is very close, some cases better, some cases worse than Gemini 2.0 Flash Lite. But it's way faster. 1.5 thousand tokens per second. And right now it's on waitlist. Guys, I firmly believe that if more research comes into these type of models, we're going to see something that we have never seen before. I firmly believe that diffusion models in one way, shape or form are going to replace current transformers because it makes sense. If you have a very smart model, you can make it smarter by generating all of the text at once. You can make it more efficient, more fast. I think logically this is the next step. I don't expect them to replace transformers in the next year, but I think in 2 years from now, I think this is what will lead us very naturally post AGI, probably to ACI. I think this is the way to go forwards, but we're just going to have and see. If you have read about text diffusion, just let me know down below in the comments. What do you believe? Is this possible? Is this not possible? Just let me know, and thank you so much for watching.